Hi everyone, welcome back to the Pokey Podcast. I'm Pokey Chloe.
And I'm Pokey Dean.
And it is our second ever episode.
This is a very exciting time. I mean, our first episode went down like a treat.
I just want to say with our first episode, we were recording at 1 o'clock in the morning and I wasn't sure that I was going to get through it. So I feel a bit more energized and ready.
It'll be interesting to see if we make it through this one though, to be fair. But
it will.
This is episode number 2. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who tuned in for episode 1. Hope you enjoyed it. But we're actually recording this a bit ahead of time because currently when this video goes out, you're actually in America, right?
Yeah, so if you're watching this right now, I don't know where I'll be, but I will be in America somewhere.
You're not here.
Yeah, I won't be here. So yeah, we're actually being prepared. We're filming ahead of time so that we obviously got episodes going out so that you guys, obviously, because this is a new podcast, we've started it 2022. We wanted to obviously be consistent with it. So we've had to record a few ahead of time just to make sure that we're covered.
I'm pretty jealous that you're in America right now because America's one of my favorite places. I'd love to experience the whole Pokemon scene in America, but I think you kind of mentioned on your channel what you're going out there for.
So basically I did a video, it must have been like a month ago now, which was like a bit of a teaser video as such. And I didn't want to give too much away. So I've basically spoken about, I'm doing a deal with Rusty, TCA Gaming, who I'm sure most of you will know. And I'm also seeing a few other people as well. But again, I don't want to give away because basically my plan is to vlog and take you guys with me and then post obviously all about it when I get back and show what I've bought, etc. But yeah, one big purchase, shall we say, and then there's a few other deals going on, trades, etc., collaborations.
Damn.
Yeah, there's a few things going on that I'm excited. Hopefully it will go smoothly. So yeah, by the time I get back, you guys will be able to see what I've been doing, and maybe we'll bring a couple of things on here to show everyone, and we can talk about it a little bit more as well.
So you've actually told me what you're doing. I'm obviously not going to give it away.
Dean knows.
But to hype it up a little bit, I feel like I'm right in saying that this is probably the biggest Pokemon purchase you've ever done.
Yeah, that I've ever made all at once. Yeah.
So
the biggest. So
guys, if you want to figure that out, go sub to her channel because she's gonna obviously show it on her channel, but we might get some stuff to show on here as well. But I mean, while you're away, this is why I said I'm jealous, because you're doing all these cool adventures and meeting up with everyone. I'm literally just going to be sat at my desk for however long you're away for. But I guess I'm going to have to keep everyone entertained with the box breaks while you're away.
Because while I'm away, I'm not really going to be able to live stream or anything like that. I'll obviously have pre-recorded videos going out, but it won't be the same as my... I do 2 lives a week, so it won't be the same on the channel.
So I'm just gonna
Dean's gonna have to do a double
accommodate
shift
for 2 channels. Like, I mean, it's gonna be very, very tough. But outside of the Pokemon, while you're in America, is there anything that you're looking to do, or is there even it could be to do with Pokemon? Is there one thing that you're like really excited to do?
Yeah, so Pokemon wise, excited to obviously do the deals, see people, but I'm also really excited to go to a place called Frank and Sons, which is in California. Never been before. It's somewhere that I've seen lots of TikToks and people making videos. We don't have anything like that here, so to be able to I'm not even joking, even just going to their local card shops, we just don't have the same. We just don't have. Don't get me wrong, we have card shops here, but not.
It's not like it's not like this is like a warehouse. I've seen the TikToks as well, and it's just like a group.
We don't have anything that compares.
I guess like our equivalent would kind of be like conventions, like
even then, I don't feel like. Yeah, again, I haven't been to any over the last couple of years because of COVID, and I know there was some like towards the end of last year, and there's going to be. I think there is one. I
was just about to talk about it. Yeah,
when you're going to be going, aren't you?
I think the day you fly back is when it's on.
Which is why I can't make it.
And we'll maybe talk about it in another episode or something when we've been. So I'm actually going to go.
As a comparison, I even feel like that doesn't happen enough here. Whereas I feel like I see everyone in the States, left, right, and centre. There's always something going on. I know obviously the States is a completely different place. The UK is however many times the size of us. Obviously, there's always going to be more going on, but I just feel like that's where we lack a little bit here. So that is one thing I'm excited to do, is just be able to go to some local card shops and do things that I just don't do here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it will be a completely different experience, which is like something like you just mentioned we don't get out of here. So that's I'm very jealous on that. I think that would be a sick thing. Like
I'll take lots of pictures, pretend you're there.
Yeah, cheers. Just Photoshop me in. But is there any so other than Frank and I always want to say Frank and Benny's, but that's a
Frankie and Benny's is a restaurant.
That's a restaurant in the UK.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you are looking forward to doing?
Yeah, so non-Pokemon related, I'm looking forward to actually just having a couple of days as like a holiday, because I haven't travelled since January 2022. So I think I got back from my holiday in Australia at like, I think we went in at the end of Jan, came back in Feb, and I think I was back like 2 or 3 weeks, and then the world blew up. So yeah, haven't travelled since then. So looking forward to just having a couple of days as like a holiday, seeing some family as well, which will be nice. So yeah, it's going to be quite a mixed trip, but really looking forward to it in general.
I mean, maybe 2023 we have to go exploring in America. I was
going to say, maybe we can actually like take the podcast on tour.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Like a Poke Podcast world tour. Maybe get some guests in person. Yeah. Like, that'd be really cool. Like, I think that's something we'd look to do maybe here as well. Like, get some people in physically. That'd be really, really sick.
Definitely.
So I think we mentioned it. We might put it on the Instagram as well. But if you're not following the Instagram, Poke Podcast.
Yeah.
Just comment on one of our posts if there's any guests you'd like to see us have on the podcast, because we're definitely looking to kind of get some guests on, kind of pick their brains, just get some of their experiences as well on the podcast. So yeah, let us know. But what else has been happening?
There's a bit of an update on the Logan Paul case since we recorded our first episode. So obviously we touched on it in our first episode. Logan Paul.
He is cool.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul purchased a sealed first edition base set case for $3.5 million. A lot of money. So that obviously that was a really big deal. We spoke about that. I don't want to go too much into that, but then there has been questions about the authenticity of the case, and it's obviously escalated over the past like 2 weeks. I would say it started like
I think it's got a lot of media attention, and it's
it started on YouTube, and then
I'm seeing now like articles like I think IGN did one, Beach did one, and I think people are just out here, it's really nice, to be fair, that I don't know whether it's the whole people actually trying to like be like, you got a fake box, Logan, haha, or like, look, Logan, you might want to like research or double check, because you may have potentially bought a fake case, which is actually quite nice of people to actually be like looking out. I don't know which side of the fence some people might be on. They might just
there always seems to be drama no matter what.
But yeah, I think from the speculation, from all the attention, people are definitely, and I think even Logan now has done something where he's going to be checking with BBCE, baseball. I forgot they
baseball card exchange.
Yeah, I think that's what they're called.
So, so I saw him tweet saying that he's flying to Chicago this coming weekend to basically open it and authenticate it.
Well,
I don't know whether that
did he say he's opening it?
Well, I don't know how else they.
Maybe.
Do you know what? Let me pull up his tweet while we're sitting here.
So while you're doing that, like the other thing is, like, I literally forgot what I was about to say about it. I literally just had a brain fart. The whole thing with the case is, what has I'm just going to call them BBCE. Yeah, it's a weird abbreviation, but what have they authenticated? Have they authenticated the box? Or like, have they said, yes, there's first edition base set boxes in here, or yes, this is a first edition cardboard box? Like, what have they actually authenticated?
So prior to obviously all the scandal coming out, I kind of saw, the video, him getting it, etc. But I kind of never really paid too much attention to anything, because obviously there was just pictures and videos flying around. And then when Rattle Pokemon started, who's the guy who did?
Is that the 42-minute guy?
I think he did.
The big video.
Yeah. He started breaking it all down. Obviously, more details are coming out. So Logan, his actual tweet says, update on this. I'm flying to Chicago this weekend to verify the case with BBCE, the company who ensured its authenticity. To be continued, ...
So he hasn't said he's opening it.
No, so he's going to verify. So what verify means, I don't know. And then the way he said, like, the company who ensured its authenticity, it's almost hinting like, if it isn't authentic, is he going to be holding them responsible? And then how does that work? Like,
that is where it becomes a bit of a rabbit hole.
And then what happens to that company's reputation?
That's what we said in the first episode.
And everyone who's involved, like the whole thing is going to open up a
rabbit hole,
a very deep rabbit hole. Yeah. And I don't know where the bottom of that is and
because
how it works.
I think, like we said, we don't know if it's going to be open. Like, when they say verify, are they going to give their kind of like history of like how they've come about the case, or like the story, like the history of it, which we've already seen in some of those videos of there's being conflicting stories of like how it came about. So
origins.
Who knows what's going to happen? And probably by the time this is out, there might even be even more of an update on the situation, because it's gonna this isn't going to come out for a week after that tweet happens.
So I think by the time you're seeing this episode, we're gonna know. We're gonna know,
yeah.
Basically,
so we're gonna
update
in the
comments right now. Let us know what you think about the situation, depending on the news that's come out. So I don't know whether he's gonna. I imagine the whole thing's gonna be filmed for obviously security.
Do you think he's gonna open it?
I don't know how else they would verify. I don't know what verify. Do you know what I mean? So
but the only other way I can think is if they kind of go through with Logan, the story and the origin of the case. Like that must be the only situation. But then once again, if there's been multiple buyers and owners of the box, anything can happen. Anyone could have opened it at any point. And what have they actually verified? Is it the box? Is it I don't know. I really don't know what they're, because there may be some small print where they've gone, we've actually only authenticated that this is real, not what's inside. So yeah, like we said, there may be an update on the situation by the time this comes out, but we're just giving our opinion, and we will keep you updated and give you our thoughts on the situation. But it's starting to get a little bit sticky, the whole situation. Even Logan's being like,
the fact he's,
I'm
now
going to go verify
it. Yeah, he's obviously heard the hype and the controversy.
Because let's actually deep it, right? He's paid $3.5 million for a sealed first edition base set case. If there are unlimited base set boxes in that case, the value of that box goes from 3.5 to what? Say they're $15K dollars each. That is, this is a quick math. Is that like is that 90K?
Yeah,
I think it's like 100K.
100K. Let's call it 100K.
So you've lost 2.4 million just because of the contents of that case. Like that, someone has to hold
3.4 million.
3.4 million. Sorry. So yeah, you literally
the extra million would be nice as a cushion.
Yeah, you take that, but you literally, someone has to be accountable for that.
Yeah, and that's where I like referring back to this deep rabbit hole and how deep it's gonna go. I don't even know how they're gonna
sort that situation out, like
how they're gonna work their way through that,
because I think I've heard that the person Logan bought it off, who paid 2.8, I think he said that if it isn't real, if it is fake, that he will give Logan a full refund. Right. But then what happens to him? Like because
then he's he's
got a case of unlimited base set boxes, so it's just
he's probably not gonna want. Let's be honest, they're doing it because they thought it was first edition.
Yeah.
So it the whole situation is just very, like you said, sticky, I think is a good word.
We've got 3 different origin stories from the eBay seller.
There's almost too much going on with it to be able to I'd obviously say it does turn out to be, counterfeit, whatever, blah, 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 whether it's base unlimited in there or whether there's, I don't know, chilling rain in there.
Oh God, can you imagine?
Just what I'm looking at. No, but I just think how long it's going to take to then
sort that situation out,
scramble back through the maze of transactions and whose fault and who's responsible, and because I don't know where that leads or what that looks like, where that goes. And then it's also the people who have been involved in the BBC, whoever they are, the ones that authenticate and wrapped it. Where does that leave their reputation?
I think there's a few people whose reputation may...
Where does it leave the other people's reputation?
Have a bit of a stain on it.
Who have been involved and, saying that they were part of the whole deal and all these different things. I've watched so many videos on it, and there's, so many different names flying around and just so much information flying around. But yeah, I just think it's just something you don't really want to... Do you know what? It's amazing. The whole... I think the concept of it was amazing, you know, a first edition case, but... If it's not what it turns out to be, you don't want to be involved in that sort of issue, shall we say.
And I really want it to be real, but from seeing all these videos, I feel like there are so many things that are being spoken about that it's almost pointing to it could be fake. With the barcode, with Logan literally going to go verify it, he's definitely concerned, because if you were 100% sure that it was real, it doesn't matter what anyone says. You're I know this is real. You can say whatever you want. But there are so many things happening, or so many things that people are talking about, little things, the story of the eBay seller, the barcode, blah, blah, blah. Like, it just kind of feels like it's pointing to, I wouldn't be surprised if it is fake.
Not in a great direction, shall we say.
So hopefully it isn't, but like, maybe, I don't know.
Then it kind of boils down to, you know, say if it is counterfeit or whatever, obviously everyone trusted BBC to, you know, do their service of authenticating and wrapping, and did, I don't know, was too much trust put in certain people along the road, and then details weren't looked at enough.
Maybe.
Or has everyone read too much into it?
Maybe.
And it's not on it, like, and it's not a big deal, and it's going to be real. Like, what's the...
Like, on the baseball, like, as a company, for baseball card collectibles, whatever, I can never get that name. I'm so sorry, guys.
Every time.
But the thing is, like, if you're that company, you would love to be associated with that sale, because it's so huge. Much PR, like, it's so much promotion for your company, as like, oh my god, this company has authenticated the most valuable Pokemon product of all time. But once again, that could count for errors. Like, you might just be like, we need to get our name out there. Don't worry about it till it all goes wrong. We'll pick up the pieces afterwards. So, but yeah, like we said, by the time you see this episode, it is more than likely. Obviously, he says he's flying to Chicago this weekend to verify it. Then how long after that he's going to wait to put any details out. Yep.
But yeah, by the time you see this, it is more than likely we're going to all know what's going on.
By the time this actually happens, we're going to find out if BBCE are reputable or not.
Basically, cut a long story short, we're going to know if, the whole thing has been a huge... not misunderstanding, but a huge cock up in a few different areas, or whether everyone just created an issue and there was no issue. But it doesn't look good at the moment.
Yeah, it is pointing to a bit of a weird direction. But guys, just want to quickly say massive thank you to everyone who's been putting suggestions of stuff you'd like us to talk about in the podcast. We do see all the comments. Obviously, this is our second episode, so we will be covering stuff you want us to talk about. Be sure to leave them in the comments, or just let us know in the Instagram DMs once again, or just any way you want to contact us.
Maybe drop a comment on some of our posts on the actual Instagram page as well. And what we'll do is we'll link all our socials in the description below, so you guys have that.
Definitely. Now, you're probably wondering
why we've got mountains.
Why I've been stuck with Chill in Pain. No, we've got, if you're watching this as a video, we've got a load of booster boxes on our desk right here, as well as a very exclusive ETB. Mm-hmm. And the reason we have these on there is because we kind of want to talk about some of the best sets of 2021 that has just happened. Obviously, we're now in 2022. I think for 2021, it was a great year for Pokemon. I think as Pokemon collectors, players, fans, I think we got treated really, really well with all of the sets. I don't think there's been a bad set. We've got obviously the 25th anniversary set. We've had what else have we had?
Shining
Fates. We've had celebrations. We've had shinies. We've had the lot. I think it's been an absolute incredible year for Pokemon. So first and foremost, shout out to you, Pokemon. You've done really, really well. But we want to talk about some of our favorite and, in our opinion, the best sets of 2021. I actually did a video of this on my channel. So if you want to check my full opinion out, be sure to go check that out. But we have... Well, I've got Chilling Rain. I don't know how I got stuck with this.
Evolving Skies. And then obviously in the middle we have... so this is a Celebrations ETB, but it's the Pokemon Center ETB. So it took me a while to get my hands on this, just because obviously we didn't have it in the UK.
I was about to say, if it wasn't for Pokemon dropping a UK exclusive Pokemon Center, which we've been calling for ages. Maybe we should talk about that as well, actually.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have this because I'd be paying above retail on eBay somewhere.
But where did that come from? Because I genuinely... We're sidetracking right here, but I start
on one topic.
I wasn't expecting us to get a Pokemon Center.
I was so glad we finally did. So we can get these sort of drops when, the Pokemon Center exclusives come out. Because I always feel like we are... last with a lot of things. We miss out on a lot of things.
I know like we're underloved.
I think England is small. They don't really care about us sometimes. I just feel like, especially when new sets come out, you get all the big American YouTubers mainly, and then obviously you get the likes of Ando in Australia, but they just get all the goodies. Mm-hmm. and I just feel like we're just left with the drips and drabs, and we're fighting each other in the shop and online to be able to get stock, etc. So yeah, I was really glad that they, number one, dropped the UK branch, and that I could get some of these as well. I haven't actually opened any of these yet. So I am probably going to do a video. I know that Celebrations has come out, it's been and gone, but I absolutely love the set, and I'm still trying to complete my master set. So I said I was always going to sort of slowly open it. So I think I'll open one of these just so we can see what comes inside.
See, I'm
sure a lot of you know.
I've opened one just recently because I got one as well since seeing it. And it's a very interesting product. One thing you will notice that it opens completely different to an ETB. I was trying to open it. I was like, what the hell? This doesn't have a lid.
Video,
like you have to like put it on its like back and then lift it like a actually it's not a shoebox because shoes come out that way. It's just like a box,
like
to be honest.
origami or something.
Yeah, literally. So it's a very cool product. It only leaves me to open the UPC. That's the last.
See, I have opened the UPC.
Haven't opened that yet. Hopefully I can get my hands and open one. But
that was great.
It is worth noting now we do have a UK Pokemon Center. Does this mean, and I would absolutely hope and love, and it would be the best thing ever.
Hope, love and pray.
Yeah, if we get the special delivery Charizard, because this card is a myth right now. Like genuinely.
Is it even a thing?
It was in, did you ever open the Zacian and Zamazenta Ultra Premium box?
I did.
So in the book of that, it is in the back page.
Yeah.
So this card does exist. This might have to be a complete different topic at some
We
point.
might have to do like a special episode on this.
Literally.
Dean's got a lot of feeling.
Where is this card? Because it has not made an appearance. I've seen one go on a website that's like eBay. I can't remember what it's called. But that's all I've seen. But maybe now there's a UK branch of the Pokemon Center. That would be the perfect way to see if we can get the special delivery Charizard.
I do want to say one thing about the Pokemon Center. The plushies are just like...
Have you seen how expensive they are?
I know.
I did a video.
I know.
Right? Where if I clicked on anything, I have to buy it. I hovered over a plush and it was 90 quid. And I was like...
They have always been expensive, even on the US Pokemon. So they are always like, I can't remember what I was looking at. Was it the Snorlax? And it was something like, correct me if I'm wrong, around $300-ish. I'm sure it was $250, $299. It was something. And they were sold out by the time I wanted to get one. But people buy them. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter how expensive they are.
There's two really funny styles. There's like, I think they're dropping, or it might already be out by now. There's like a life-size Lucario plush. It is literally like massive.
The other thing is, where do you put these huge plushies? I don't have the room.
Could you imagine going like to the toilet at 3 a.m. in the morning and then that like a Lucario like standing outside the room? You'd be like, oh my God, like just attack it.
Or just in the corner of the bathroom because you've run out of space.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I've got a chocolate Labrador and he takes up a lot of room. Like the plushies are bigger than him. It just wouldn't work, but I'd love to get one.
But there's also these other plushies that are like, they're like sleeping bags. I don't know if you've seen them. There's like a Gengar one where you put like the image is the funniest thing. I don't want to knock these boxes. The guy's like leaning over and he's just got his head in Gengar's mouth and he's just like, how is that comfortable?
Can you imagine being the model for that photo shoot? They're like, right, if you just, I'd be like, what's going on?
Like, I've absolutely peaked in life right now. I'm a Gengar model.
But yeah, we sidetracked there with the Pokemon Center. But yeah, that's where this is from.
Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about then.
Back to the best sets of 2021. Obviously, you've got Chilling Reign over there. I've got Evolving Skies. So if we're talking about all the sets that came out in 2021, we started off with Shining Fates.
Oh, what a set.
Great set. I spent a lot of money on Shining Fates. I become a severe obsession, and then it drained the life out of me and I gave up. And then but I feel like it's one of those sets that people just love seeing open. So like on streams and stuff, everyone always wants Shining Fates.
Yeah. It
always sells out really quickly. And I feel like it's because it doesn't disappoint. It doesn't quite compare to Hidden Fates I feel like the artwork on a lot of the cards, the full arts in Hidden Fates, I just don't think there's anything that compares with modern sets. But Shining Fates is still I find it enjoyable to open for you guys when we're doing streams.
I think for me, Shining Fates has been the funnest set to open in 2021. Comparing it to Hidden Fates, I definitely agree. Personally, I think Hidden Fates is better. But I think the reason a lot of people think Hidden Fates is better is because it's very Gen 1 heavy.
Yeah, I get that.
I actually think Shining Fates is funner to open because the Shiny Vault is like way bigger. So you have a much higher chance of actually pulling something good.
You say fun, I say painful.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I've definitely had some Hidden Fates tins in the past where I've got nothing at all in a tin, but I can almost guarantee if I opened a tin of Shining Fates, I would get at least a shiny or a baby shiny or something.
No, I get where you're coming from.
So I feel like if you're a newbie or you came into Pokemon in 2021, I definitely can understand why you would think that Shining Fates is the best set.
And why you got excited maybe about getting back into the hobby around the time of Shining Fates.
But just like you, Shining Fates was amazing, but it was also painful. It took me 2 months to pull the shiny Charizard VMAX, because I remember someone literally messaged me, be like, "Oh, I packed it in like my second pack." I was there like,
"Don't talk to me.
Don't ever speak to me ever again." But yeah, no, it was such a fun set. There are some really, really cool cards, and I think right now people, I don't know if they're just distracted by other sets like Evolving Skies and stuff, but I don't really see people talking about it. But I definitely feel like Shining Fates is a set people are going to come back to, whether it's in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or what. I definitely feel like Shining Fates is going to be like a modern Evolutions, if that makes sense. You know how everyone loves Evolutions? I think Shining Fates is going to be that comeback or the nostalgia set for a lot of younger people. So yeah, I'm expecting to see it be popular for many, many years to come, for sure.
So after Shining Fates, we obviously have Battle Styles and Chilling Reign. Now, they're two sets that I personally am not a huge fan of. Chilling Reign, I've tried to give more of a chance. Battle Styles, and I know one of our subscribers, members, is going to come for us, Neil. I do apologise. But I don't know. I just can't.
Well, let's talk about Battle Styles, because I totally understand where you're coming from. I feel like any set that comes after a holiday set is gonna get hated on, just because
you've got too much to try and live up to. It's too hard.
People are like, the pull rates are so hard, but you don't understand. Holiday sets, the pull rates are like double. Like you're guaranteed something good. But also, Battle Styles was the first set in the Sword and Shield era that had alternate arts.
Yes.
And they actually look really, really good. We had the Sleepy Tyranitar, which you've pulled.
A few times now. And even that doesn't excite me still. Like I don't know. It's just...
The thing I liked with Battle Styles is that the alt arts almost told a story. I think if you had what was it? I think it was in the Tyranitar, the alt art. So you have the Pigmite, the Emboa, and the other one, I can't remember what it's called. It was like, it nicks like a little bit of food, then it eats all the food, and it's like literally passed out in the background.
Belly's about to burst.
So I feel that's really cool. That it kind of showed like a story. But yeah, I definitely would say Battle Styles is probably one of the least popular sets of 2021.
Yeah.
But
and it's a shame, because like you say with the alternate arts, like they're what excite people about a set. Like Evolving Skies, for example, we'll obviously come on to that. That is probably my up there with one of my favourite sets from 2021, and I feel like people are always going to come back to it. But Battle Stars, I feel like it's just got this stigma about it. It doesn't matter what it gives you. I feel like people just like...
I don't think it's quite Steam Siege, but I can definitely understand what you're going at.
Oh god.
But no, I think also people need to remember that Pokemon cards isn't just for collectors. It's actually a playing game.
That's where I'm not. Exactly. That's not my thing at all.
So Battle Styles has some of the best cards playable wise in the current rotation. You have a very powerful deck called the Rapid Strike Urshifu deck, which is from Battle Styles. So I definitely feel like there's two sets in 2021 that people don't really look upon, but if you actually play the game, you definitely need cards from those sets. And the other one being Fusion Strike, but we'll probably talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, Battle Styles. The other thing that was really bad about it was we started to see the print quality of cards go drastically down. Yeah. The amount of cards we saw that were off-centered, like some had dings in them and all sorts. But I think the last set we saw before that was Vivid Voltage. Did you ever see the first print of Vivid Voltage? It was literally every VMAX card or a special card was off cut, not even off center, it was off cut.
So it kind of reminds me of what would come after Battle Styles Chilling Reign. Like the off centering
was ridiculous.
Was like you stopped looking at the card, and that's again when I just got put off by a lot of those sets where I feel like Vivid saved itself, and it's still like, for example, I don't know about when you're opening packs on your stream, but it's a popular set. People still love it. Like
I love it.
And yeah, the quality control in, I'd say, most of 2021 has been slightly off-putting and shocking. It did seem to get a little bit better towards the end. I don't know what your experience has been with, like, obviously, like, Evolving Skies, Celebrations, Fusion Strike towards the end of the year, but I feel like Chilling Reign absolutely just ruined it for me. And then again, that is one of the reasons I went off the set and just stopped opening it. I think since opening products such as Celebrations, which inside that set, it actually has like Chilling Reign packs, Battle Styles, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I think the later prints, or now we're up to here, they've actually improved the quality of the cards, because I think I pulled a full art Blaziken from Chilling Reign and it was literally perfect. Like, I was like, oh my God, I was expecting it to be like really off centered. So I definitely think it was like the early prints. Maybe it is because Pokemon were trying to be like, right, we've got Celebrations coming up, just use all our best printers for that set. Or I don't know how it works. I've never seen how they print it or whatever. So maybe it's just like because obviously the popularity of Pokemon has shot up massively in the last 2 years, that the demand is outreaching the supply. So Pokemon are literally having to print cards out because the demand's so high that there is obviously going to be problems at some point with the card quality. But yeah, it's a lot.
We've had Chilling Reign. My favorite cards in that set are the all art Zapdos.
I actually pulled that.
I haven't pulled that. It looks amazing. It reminds me of, do you remember Roadrunner?
Yeah. It's a great card.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice card.
And again, it's another set with alternate arts, and it's a shame that it kind of got a bit like just walked over and left behind a little bit. Obviously, there are people that love it. But yeah, I pulled that when I did like a random few extra packs at the end of one of my streams, and I was like feeling a bit like, oh God, Chilling Reign packs. And then we pulled that and I was like, okay, I love Chilling Reign. But yeah, I think I struggle with Chilling Reign and Battle Styles. I feel like I've really tried to give Chilling Reign a bit more of a chance, but yeah, for me, they're just not really what did it for me this year.
Yeah. All. I think for me as well, I think I would agree with you. Those two are probably the least popular. I will also say, though, since those two sets came about, my love for Rainbow Rares in the Sword and Shield era has dramatically gone down. I think there's only one card that I really want as a Rainbow Rare, and it is the Mew VMAX, which you also pulled. You literally pull in all the cards I want. But yeah, that card looks absolutely phenomenal. But I feel like since alternate arts, I feel like they should be the new Rainbow Rares. Like, they are obviously the new chase card, but I feel like they should replace it. And I kind of feel like Rainbow Rares should have stayed in the Sun and Moon era, because they look absolutely phenomenal in that era.
Yeah.
But
they just look,
I don't know, they just look a bit samey now in the Sword and Shield era. So
it's like when you get too much of something, I think.
Yeah.
Retire that. Let's go for something new.
And also, these sets are absolutely massive now. I don't feel like we need them. Like, we actually don't need Rainbow Rares. In Fusion Strike's like 260 cards.
It's a lot.
Take out the Rainbow Rares. Just keep the alt arts. Like, they will become even more of a chase card. And then also the sets go down. You don't have to spend so much collecting it. Because Evolving Skies, which we're going to speak about in a second, we might as well speak about it now because it is the next set.
Yeah.
It is such a huge set. Do you know how much you're going to have to spend to complete a master set of that? It's ridiculous.
Because, like, I don't know about you, I've pulled a handful of the alternate arts now, but obviously if you are putting a set together and you're going to sit there and try and open, you know, you could be there for, like, how long did it take PokeRev to, I'm pretty sure he did an Instagram post and it was his daughter that pulled the alternate art VMAX Rayquaza. And he hasn't managed to pull it. And he does those openings where he opens like 30 booster boxes or something ridiculous. And it's just like, if you can't pull it doing that, then good luck to you putting together a set by just opening. It's actually, Evolving Skies is one of the sets, apart from Shining Fates and Celebrations, that I'm going to put a master set together.
I was thinking of doing that, and it's
going to take a while.
It's a definitely good idea. I definitely would say it's probably a set that is going to be appreciated in years to come. Maybe that's something you'd like us to talk about as well in the future. It's like maybe sets that we think are going to be valuable or popular. But yeah, I did think about doing a master set, but like it's just the size of the set.
It's a lot of cards, yeah.
I feel like I'll be spending a lot of money. Which is another thing, is like, will the amount it costs to complete a master set, will that price appreciate in years to come, or will it just be like a master set will be like £300 when it costs £600 to complete it? Yeah. I don't know. Good luck to you if you're doing it. That's going to take a while.
We'll be here in 5 years' time, and Dean will be like, so how's that master set coming along?
You're like, I've got 20,000 cards left. She's just there rocking
backwards and forwards.
Like trauma.
The worst decision of my life.
But yeah, Evolving Skies, as we're speaking about it, for me, is probably my favorite main set of 2021. Obviously, we've had holiday sets in Celebrations and Shining Fates, but in terms of main set, I actually did a live stream yesterday of opening Evolving Skies, and I had so much fun. And I think everyone in the chat had so much fun just opening it. You're hunting for all arts. It has Evolutions, the popular Pokemon.
It's a great set.
You have the Rayquaza, which is just such a popular legendary as well. There is just so many good chase cards. The artwork is phenomenal. I mean, we got a Sylveon over there, which you can't see it.
Yeah.
But it is such a nice looking card. When you pull these cards, you actually just... It just
get a rush of happiness.
Yeah, it is
like,
such a boost. And also the quality was a lot better to the two previous sets. So for me, Evolving Skies is definitely one of my favorite sets for sure. So
yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. It would be my favorite main set of the year, 100%.
Favorite card?
Out of the whole, it's the card I haven't pulled, the Umbreon Art VMAX, Reaching for the Moon.
Yeah.
The first alternate art was the Rayquaza VMAX that I pulled, and then I got a few of the others, like the Sylveon V, the Glaceon V, Leafeon VMAX. But yeah, the Umbreon has been, and I've opened probably I don't know how many boxes now, a lot. Like I've opened some for myself, I've opened quite a few on the stream, and it's just
impossible.
It's impossible. So that is my favorite card, but I'm yet to actually reveal it in real life to myself. So
I'm the same. I think that for me is one of my favorite cards. I really like the Rayquaza VMAX All Art. I also love the All Art of the Rayquaza V with is it Zinnia, I think her name is?
Yes, I haven't.
She's the trainer in the background, but that looks really cool. I pulled that.
I haven't pulled that.
I've pulled the Leafeon VMAX All Art, the Glaceon V All Art.
That's a beautiful card.
Yeah, you've pulled the VMAX though with the when it's in the water.
Yes, I have.
That looks sick. I haven't pulled the Jolt. Is there a Jolteon All Art? I'm guessing there is.
I wonder if I just pull up the set list now.
Actually, no, there isn't, because they're in those promo boxes that are coming. So the original three, Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon, they're not in the set because they're coming out in future. I think they're doing a collection box, which looks really cool. The Jolteon V is my favorite alt art of them because it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. Shout out to any Sonic fans.
I tell you what, I have pulled a couple of times. I've pulled I think the first V alt art was the Golurk V. In the very first video that I did when I first got the box. No. I was like,
it is an alt art? Okay.
What else have I pulled? I really want to pull the Dragonite. Haven't pulled that. The Duraludon V alt art. I've pulled that 5 times.
I haven't pulled that, but I have pulled the Dragonite. And I was at Brotherhood Games, and it was the end of the day, and they were literally let's just open a box together. And I was like, all right. And
let's go for it.
Then I got the best card out of everyone. I got the Dragonite V alt art.
I want the Dragonite. Even the Umbreon V alt art is really, really nice. Again, with the moon in the background.
Oh, yeah. Is that where it's sitting on a wall?
Yeah. It looks like the top of a brick wall. Sylveon V alt art. Again, even the Espeon V. There's so many nice alt arts in there. So, yeah, overall, we both really love Evolving Skies.
Very much so.
And then obviously following on from Evolving Skies, you got Celebrations.
Whoa, what a throwback.
Celebrations, obviously everyone was very anticipating the huge release of it. It was very exciting when it came out. There was fights in shops, etc. type of vibes.
UPC.
To get your product.
Oh my days.
UPC. I managed to get one. I paid over retail on eBay. I'm ashamed to admit that, but I did it. I just wanted one. I wanted to see what those gold metal cards were like in real life. Yep. Mine were not in great condition.
I don't think anyone's
And
were.
I noticed after looking at mine, they all seem to come with the same sort of dinks all in the same places. But when you open one and see how they're packaged, I don't know how you get a 10 because they must be thrown around that box like nobody's business. Oh yeah, can't even grade them. PSA had to stop grading. So yeah, I really, really love the box, the presentation of the box, and I really love it because I got the Charizard from it.
Why you gotta rub it in
I think if I didn't get that...
Why? We're not gonna go past that. Why you gotta rub it in? I'm right here. You know that's the one card I need.
It's funny because the one card I needed was Venusaur. I haven't even been able to pull it for myself.
Yeah, but you got given it
I know, I got
for
it
a
in my
Secret Santa.
Santa.
Where is my Secret Santa as well? That's another topic. But anyway.
Oh, God.
No, yeah.
Save me, guys. Save me.
Celebrations was a brilliant set. I don't think Pokemon could have done it any better, in my opinion. I was really hesitant because obviously we had the McDonald's promo. I don't know if you had any of those cards. the quality of those didn't feel great. The holo
Shocking.
pattern wasn't exciting. And when I saw leaks, I thought, oh God, we're going to get a McDonald's set. I thought it was going to be
exact. You know how the pictures made it look nothing like what the actual holo's like in real life? And I was a bit, I love it. I think it has been a great set. There's some cars I'm not overly impressed with, and I just sort of weren't as exciting. But like in real life, I thought they looked so much better than the leaks. The leaks were like, is that it?
Yeah,
like,
the only leak that got me super excited, and it actually looks even better in person, is the gold shiny Mew.
Oh my God.
When I saw that, 100%. I was like, oh my God, like that is... Now I'm hyped, like, because I was actually trying to stay away from leaks because I just wanted to go into celebrations with like a complete open mind of not knowing because that's one thing I've tried to stop doing as much on my channel is like looking at leaks and talking about them, because I feel like if you know what's coming, by the time you actually get to it, you're not excited because you already know it's there.
You've seen it too much. There's nothing that's going to surprise you about it because you've probably overanalyzed what it looks like.
And I literally remember opening my first packs. I got it a day early. I opened up my first celebration packs. I packed the Blastoise, and I think I packed the Blastoise and the Venusaur, and I was like, oh my God, like
over the moon.
It literally feels like I'm a kid again. I'm opening base set. The holo pattern with the Blastoise, where it's got the hydro pump.
It looks incredible.
Amazing. And the gold Mew is like one of my favorite.
That was one of the first cards I pulled along with Umbreon Gold.
We pulled it on. We did a pack battle.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
it's actually crazy.
I pulled the Umbreon Gold Star. That was probably my favorite pull.
Yeah, that's a sick card.
The classic collection. But yeah, overall, I think they did really well. Some of the cards I'm not a huge fan of, but obviously you're not going to love everything because obviously they have such a mix in there. But yeah, it was when it first came out, obviously everyone wanted it, and I remember going online trying to get ETBs. You'd place an order somewhere and then they'd obviously be overstocking their websites. Then nowhere had any stock in, and then the scalping site, it was a bit wild for those first couple of weeks.
I know there's some people that do that eBay pre-order, which is, in my opinion, the most risky thing you could ever do.
Don't do it,
because these people that do pre-orders on eBay, they don't even know if they're going to be getting the stuff that they've pre-ordered. So
let alone how much of it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's a very risky thing to do. But yeah, I remember celebrations. In my opinion, the hardest product or the hardest set to get was Shining Fates. Like, I remember when that set came out, it was so hard to get anything. Celebrations was a little bit easier. I think they made the waves a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Whereas Shining Fates, when it was
gone,
forever. You just couldn't get it anywhere.
So yeah, Celebrations was an absolute incredible set in my opinion. Some awesome cards. It'll be interesting to see if in 5 years' time, when they do the 30th, are they going to do another celebration set?
What are we going to get?
Is it going to be? Are we going to see Neo Genesis Lugia? Are we going to see some? Because Gen 2 doesn't get any love.
Could you imagine?
I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting.
Cool. Just hurry up these next 4 years so we can find out.
Don't do that because we'll be old. So.
We'll be 70, being like, what are we going to get this year?
It's a Lugia Neo Genesis. But yeah, then after Celebrations, we had... Actually, also, guys, comment down below your favourite set of 2021.
Yeah, as we're going through all of these, let us know.
But the last set of 2021 was Fusion Strike.
Yeah. I think both of our voices, maybe.
Yeah. Now, I did mention earlier about the sets that were mainly for TCG players, and I definitely feel and believe that Fusion Strike was one of these sets that is for the players, because as I mentioned, there was the Rapid Strike Urshifu. There is a new deck, which is the, I think it's called Turbo Mew VMAX. Obviously, there's a Mew in Fusion Strike, and it actually looks really, really nice. I'm not that much of a fan of the alt art. I actually think that there are better alt arts, and I think they could have done a better job with the alt arts. But the Mew VMAX card is the most broken, OP, overpowered, whatever you want to call it, card that everyone is trying to use at the moment. So, in my opinion, people are going to come back to Fusion Strike just to get these cards. So if you can see Fusion Strike for really, really cheap, because people aren't buying it at the moment, because obviously it's another one that's come after a holiday set. We've just had Celebrations. People are still loving Celebrations.
So much hype, and then I think it's just too much at once for people.
And that is an actual...
to pay attention to it again.
And that's a really good question that we could potentially talk about is, are Pokemon releasing too many sets in a year?
Too quickly.
Yeah, too quickly. I don't know.
Be interesting to know people's opinions on that.
Yeah, so Fusion Strike was the biggest set of the year. I think it was 260 cards or something, which
it was huge.
Ridiculous.
I remember looking at the number and thinking, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
really?
I saw it as like another big set, because personally, when you go back to like vintage sets like Team Rocket base set, and it's just a small set, you have a better relationship with that set, as weird as that sounds, but it's like you get to know that set more. When you have Evolving Skies, there are so many good cards that you kind of just don't really like, you can't appreciate one of the big cards, you know what I mean? So it's very interesting set. Fusion Strike is good, but I don't think people appreciate it more, because it doesn't really have like an Evolutions. We've had Evolving Skies, then Celebrations. I don't think it lives up to the hype of those two.
No, like where you said earlier, I'd pulled the card you wanted. I pulled the Rainbow Mew VMAX out literally the first box. So when I got the box in, I did a video so you guys could see it, and I thought I'd be more excited than and I don't want to sound like I didn't like, you know, I was so lucky to be able to get the box and open the set a bit early, but I just I don't know if it was Celebrations has everyone's expectations so high, and then I've opened it on my channel. I've done box breaks of it, but again, I just don't think it's as popular or as loved, just from what I'm seeing, as some of the other sets that we've had this year. Yeah,
and it does beg the question of like, well, it's a weird one, right? Because the way we get our English sets is basically us cramming all of the Japanese sets. Like I think this year, like Chilling Reign was like 3 different Japanese sets, and what Fusion Strike essentially was the leftovers of other sets just put into a set, which I think that kind of shows that it was the leftovers of other sets that people didn't really care about.
And but maybe that's why people have the feeling about it that they do.
So yeah, it goes back to our Pokemon releasing too many sets in a year and too often. Like, I mean, we had Celebrations and Shining Fates this year. That's like 2 extra sets that we probably wouldn't have got in or the year before or next year sort of thing, or this year. Sorry.
The year we're in now.
Yeah, I literally lost track of the day. So maybe then by doing Celebrations and Shining Fates, they've crammed too many sets into 2021. But at the same time, I wouldn't complain, because I absolutely loved Shining Fates and Celebrations. Like I wouldn't take them out for anything, because they were absolutely incredible. So.
And then I feel like we have something quite fun to look forward to, I believe, at the end of February. Brilliant Stars. I'm sure lots of people have seen.
I've actually got online. I've got some pictures of some of the cards in front of me.
Yeah. So yeah, brilliant Stars.
The
There's
French version.
Lot of I've just switched it up there completely. There's a lot of excitement from some people about it. There's a Charizard or 2 in there, and I feel like as soon as that word gets mentioned, everyone's like, "Oh, I want to be involved." But yeah, I don't know. What are your feelings about it?
I'm super excited. Like you said, I feel like whenever Pokemon are like trying to do a new set, it's like, how can we make this one a successful one?
How can we top ourselves? Like,
it's like you ever like read them magazines where like takes you on a path of like what you are. So it's like, do you like this?
Oh, yes, you can do yes or no, and it takes you off to a different
so it's
branch.
Like, will this set bang? Add a Charizard, yes. It's like literally put a Charizard in, it's gonna bang. But no, it like. As we've seen, there have been some releases of the Charizard V, but there's also a brand new card which is called V-Star, which looks absolutely incredible. I've clicked on the card and it's just given me an app, so I don't know how that one's just worked out. But it looks really, really cool. There's the brand new card, which is V-Star, which in my opinion, from what it looks like, it's going to kind of be like the GX of Sun and Moon, because I think it's to do with like if you actually play the game, you can only use one V-Star move a game or something. So a whole new card, which looks really cool. It actually reminds me a lot of level X cards from Diamond and Pearl, which is kind of what we're celebrating right now with the release of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then also the new Arceus game, which is coming out. And there's an Arceus card in this Shining Brilliant Star, sorry. So I definitely feel like we're going to get a lot of focus on Gen 4 Pokemon in 2022, because I feel like with the game, the remakes, I feel they're pointing towards that we're going to get a lot of kind of that sort of focus on those Pokemon.
That era.
Yeah, so it looks really exciting. I love level X cards, and these cards definitely remind me of that like style and artwork. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm still holding out for, and I kind of feel like it may happen, that we're gonna get tag teams like towards the end of the Sword and Shield era.
People love
tag teams, so I don't know why they wouldn't do it. So yeah, I'm very excited for it. It comes out at the end of February. Like, is there a card you'd like to see as a what's it called? V-Star?
V-Star. I don't know. Do you know what? It's really funny when because as you know, we get leaked what the booster boxes are going to look like, what the ETBs are going to look like, the pack artwork, etc., etc. I reposted something on my Instagram, and I think it was like a little snapshot of all the different products and what the packaging was going to look like. And I got a real mixed response in my DMs. Like, really? 50% of people were like, hate it, it's going to be trash, like, don't blah, 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 blah. And then the other 50 were like, oh my God, can't wait. But like, there was no one in the middle. It was like they were angry at me for posting it. I was like, guys, I'm just sharing what I've seen.
I didn't make
this. Yeah, I got a real mixed bucket. I don't know how those people feel now that it's taken a little while to settle in. But yeah, I got a real mixed response, and so I don't know what it's going to be like when it finally comes out. They're all going to change their mind. They're going to be like, I want to be involved.
Like, Charizard!
Yeah, I had a real mixed response from people when I started sharing some of the images that I'd seen.
I think like there's one other aspect we haven't talked about, and it is a massive throwback to Cosmic Eclipse, and that we are also getting in this set some character rares, which are from the Japanese set VMAX Climax, which arguably is probably one of the best sets in 2021. Which someone's probably in the comments like, you haven't said VMAX Climax. Well, I'm saying it now, okay?
Here it is.
It is definitely, I've got to agree, because I'm not even a Japanese I've collected some Japanese cards that are more the ones that don't have an English equivalent.
Yeah.
But I don't really open or collect Japanese. But since opening VMAX Climax, I definitely can appreciate that set because it's absolutely phenomenal. And Brilliant Stars is getting 30 of the 70 in that set, which begs to differ, one, what's going to happen with the other 40 cards, and two, which cards are we going to get?
Yeah, which ones are they going to be?
That's
what everyone wants to know.
Yeah, so hopefully we're going to get some absolute fire. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to see what happens with Pokemon in 2022.
Yeah, so am I. If Brilliant Stars is going to be the start of it, is it then going to continue going up, or are we going to get what happened last year? You get Shining Fates and you get Battle Stars and Chilling Rain.
Yeah, what's going to be the Battle Stars
in
2022?
We shall see. Yeah. Oh my God, no. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We got to put it out there. It's not going to happen. No, but I'm excited for Brilliant Stars. I am curious to see what it's going to be like. Maybe I'll hate it. Maybe I'll love it. And also, how many sets do we think we're going to get in 2022?
It'll be interesting to see.
It's the follow-on from obviously.
It'll be interesting to see if Pokemon have like got the statistics to see like how this year's done with all of the sets. One thing before we talk about that is, have you actually seen the ETB for Brilliant Stars?
Yes, I have. Yeah, that was one of the things I shared, and then that's when I got that. Like,
well, people said they hate that.
People were like, yeah,
it looks amazing.
Mixed results, I think, is the best thing. Some people said they loved it, but like literally when I say it was 50-50, 50% of people were not.
I think it's like the best ETB I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. I thought it all looked quite good, but
let us know. Do you like it?
Don't come for me in the comments, please. It's just my opinion.
But yeah, like that's a very good question. How many sets are there going to be in 2021? Like
2022.
2022. Sorry,
we're going back in time, guys.
Once again, guys, I just don't know where I am. But yeah, like we've seen some really nice sets. Is it going to be another jumble of? Are we basically going to be following the Japanese sets and just trying to make do of like what we can fill in wherever we can, because there's just so many cards, which I hope isn't, because we've seen from evidence that Fusion Strike was just not a good set, just from
not a great way to end the year, I think. I would say,
but at the same time, like we said, it got hyped up so much, it was so hard to keep that going. Like what goes up must come down, sort of thing. But yeah, like it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we had amazing rares in 2020 actually. Yeah. Damn,
long ago.
I always feel like Vivid Voltage was in 2021.
And do you know what? When I pull them, like if we're opening packs on stream, that's when the conversation starts. Are we ever going to get amazing rares again?
Yeah. So that's two questions. Are we going to get amazing rares again? Because I definitely think they should do more of them. They kind of remind me because there wasn't that many Prime cards, was there?
No.
So they might do that sort of thing where they only have 8 amazing rares. But I would definitely love to see more.
It'd be interesting to see if they
do more.
Yeah.
But we had amazing rares in 2020. Are we going to get, are we going to get a new style of card in 2022?
That was going to be literally when you said something earlier about character rares like Cosmic Eclipse. That just made me think, well, are we just going to get something completely different? Are they just going to be like, we're not going to keep bringing back what we've, whether it be amazing rares or whatever, are we just going to get are they just
completely new card?
Because there will be a point where we start getting new things. And how are people going to feel about that?
Do you know what would be sick? And we were actually speaking about it like just before we recorded this. It would be really, really cool if they did like a classic card per set. Like either they do an actual throwback of a reprint of a card. So say Brilliant Stars has a Lugia secret rare,
right?
Which is literally a celebration style reprint of Lugia, or they just do a Pokemon from Gen 4 that is in the style of I would say WotC style, but obviously it won't be. But like an EX style card, like where it's not a full art V, it's just like the border of a typical Pokemon card. I don't have one in front of me, but do you know what I mean? Like
I get what you mean.
It's like an old style Pokemon card, but a new Pokemon sort of thing. I think that'd be really sick. Like just a little nod to a throwback because. I
feel like that would really excite people.
Yeah, because remember how like when we opened, well, they could either do it like that or they could do it like when we opened Supreme Victors, how they just had a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah.
But in like a normal style card. I think that would be sick. So there's definitely loads of stuff they could do. Like they could bring back
possibilities are endless.
Could bring back tag teams. They could bring back so much stuff. It's just like, what are they gonna do? Like, oh man, I'm excited. Like I just don't know what to expect, but I hope that I hope they just bring some cool stuff out.
I hope it's good as well, and I hope it's going to be as exciting as we're envisioning it to be. Like you said, you don't want to see too many spoilers or teasers for things. Well, I don't anyway, because I feel like it ruins the set for me when I open it, and I'm just not as... Hyped. I want it to be a surprise. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what 2022 brings, not just with Brilliant Stars, but obviously with the rest of the sets that we'll get this year as well.
Yeah. Maybe, guys, if you have like a wish... for 2022
or any predictions,
let us know.
I know we've got some psychics that watch our channels, so let us know what you think might be coming this year.
We've had some fair psychics. We've
had some weird things happen.
I remember when we pulled shiny Charizard from Hidden Fates, SV49.
Oh my
Charizard
goodness.
Incoming. We literally pulled Charizard
out the chair, like literally.
It's like someone electrocuted the chair and I just like left. And then when we did the Supreme Victors box, someone said Level X Garchomp come in.
And we
literally got it that pack.
I know it's possible it might happen, but it happens an awful lot on the channel. Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see if there's anyone in the comment section who is a psychic and knows exactly what's coming to 2022. Maybe there's someone who...
And hit me up in the DMs because I have some other questions for you, but...
Yeah. What's the lottery numbers? That's my question. But guys, that is going to wrap up episode 2 of the Poke Podcast. Like we said, Chloe is currently in America and I'm still here on my own. Just
hopefully I'll be sunbathing right now.
Oh yeah, cool.
Maybe I'll be in Florida.
I'll be in cold England doing...
I'll send you a video.
Actually, I'll be chilling with you guys in the box break, so I'll actually be having a good time.
Dean will be looking after everyone.
Yeah, you got to come hang out with me on my channel.
I'm lacking responsibilities for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, she's at Frank and Benny's. It's not called Frankie and Benny's. Frank and Sons. And I'm literally.
If you want to go Frankie and Benny's, there are plenty here.
I'll probably be doing a box break.
We'll get that organised. I think Dean just wants Frankie and Benny's. Yeah. It's like a subconscious.
So I go in there and be like, "Do you sell Pokemon cards? Where are the Pokemon cards? I only see pizzas and burgers. Like, what's going on here?" But yeah, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to hit that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe. Like I said, leave some suggestions in the comment section, and hopefully. By the next episode, we'll have a little update of what's going on with Logan Paul.
Yes.
And we might even talk about... Actually, leave us a question in the comment section. We'll try and answer it in the end of the next episode.
Yeah, maybe we'll grab some for towards the end of the episode, or we'll start with some questions and we'll end with some questions as well. Let us know how you want to see it, because obviously this is new for us, so we're still working out the format, etc. So yeah, let us know what you want to see and we will deliver.
Exactly. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day, but until next time, we're out.